Hello everyone, and today I'm giving you my review of Avatar: The Last Airbender Season 2, Earth. And essentially the main story of this is that Aang, Korra, and Korra's other brother, they're still together, and they essentially, they're at the beginning of the season, they're looking for an Earthbender teacher, so he can teach Aang the essentials to complete and master the element of Earth itself, so he can take them to Fire Nation, because he needs to master all to take them all down. He needs to master all the water, all the elements: Earth, Water, Fire, Bender, Air, even though he's already mastered Air, to take down the Fire Nation leader. But while doing that, they still have General Iroh and Zuko on their tail, but they also kind of slow down, and they're kind of like, maybe we should forge our own path now. Maybe we should kind of, just kind of forget about them. We don't need to prove ourselves to shit of the Earth Nation, really. They just want to, live their lives now. They're so tired and so upset about the burden of their past. They're just like, forget it. We just want to put it behind us and move forward. And essentially, in the main trio, they come across this, they come across into, this, earthbending type of fight club, type of arena, type of this gladiatorial type of place where a bunch of earthbenders come together and they fight, kind of like in Legend of Korra, where you see all the benders and where the benders and non-benders can meet. It's kind of like that, and I love that feeling there when they got, and you got to see some cool stuff happening within there, and then we got to see Toph. First second she appeared on screen, I'm just like, oh, I like her. I'm like, god damn, is she awesome. And she is cool, she's funny. I think the most essential moments of Toph is when she's teaching Aang. That's when you get to see her real side. This young, funny, brash, really, really tough and stern type of, this really, really stoic and yet very harsh and yet funny little girl who is blind. And she's only 9 years old, and her powers and her magnitude and her mastery of earthbending is, in my opinion, awe-inspiring. It's amazing. It's just on par with Aang's airbending, in my opinion. And it's just phenomenal. She's a real scene stealer. She's definitely one of the, as of right now, I would say one of my top 5 favorite characters from each season together. She's as of right now, easily top 5 favorite characters for me. To me, they essentially get her, and she kind of runs away from her parents because she's born into royalty, but she runs away and she helps. She's kind of reluctant to train Aang at first. She's like, I don't know for sure. She's like, I don't know. You kind of embarrassed me in front of everyone else. But she kind of warms up to him, and they have to. She joins them, and she kind of runs away from her mom and dad. And essentially, they essentially have to go to this type of museum. No, it's much more like a library type of place that's in a desert. That's like an underground area in the desert, which is really weird. But they go there, and there's this crazily creepy, evil-looking owl that you got to see in Legend of Korra. When I saw that, and it's in Legend of Korra, they're like, oh, there's a person who came here for information, died over a good millennia ago or so. And it's that's the person they were talking about. They brought this person along with them, not Toph, but someone else. For the record, just a small, insignificant character, really. And they go there, and they essentially, Korra and, I'm sorry, I just gotta learn. Oh yeah. And essentially, while doing that, while they're in, essentially this information type of area, they discovered at a certain date that was a really bad humiliation, or one day that the Earth Nation, not the Earth Nation, the Fire Nation was defeated on a solar eclipse. They figured out it was a sun behind the moon type of thing that they were defeated on. That's why they don't like it. Essentially, from there, they're like, we're going to bring this to Ba Sing Se, so they could tell the Earth Nation leader, so you can get him on the side and stage a full frontal attack on a day when the Fire Nation is vulnerable, which is that solar eclipse day. There's a lot of fucking information in this. And while on that, they have a new villain on their tails, which is Azula, who is Zuko's older younger sister. I don't know. I think she's probably younger. It seems like Zuko's like 17, and I guess she's like 14, 15. I don't know. She's probably the same age as Katara, I'd say. And she's like this mad, clever, very, very smart, genius type of villain, and she's like very, very clever and poignant. I loved the way she was. To me, she's like a young female Hannibal Lecter, and I loved her because of that. I loved her tenacity and her undying will to get Aang and defeat him, and just that big feud and big, like how it is, like I was saying before within my review, the first season is like this big endless chase. I thought it was just going to be Zuko and Iroh chasing the Avatar group. But no, they kind of do simmer down. They want to start a new life in Ba Sing Se. Is like, you know what, screw the past. We don't need to prove it anywhere. We're here in Ba Sing Se. We can start anew. But also, there's another recurring character. Oh, god damn it, what's his name? Kai? No. Well, the character who has like that piece of straw in his mouth, like, yeah, no. Jet, that's it. God, yeah, I remembered it now. Thank you. Jet. For most of the focus of everything in the season, I thought was really great. However, every scene with Jet and his two little side characters with him, in my opinion, really bogged the season down. That, for me, was my biggest criticism of this season. While I think it's probably better narratively than the first season, I think in terms of excitement and action is better. But god damn it, the appearance of Jet, in my opinion, is greatly distracting, and it always took away from the story. And for me, as a whole, like every scene with him for me was really boring. I'm just like, Christ, to me, it's like, shut up. Oh my god, I just couldn't get, like, when we got to see him that one time in that one episode from season 1, I like that. I like how they introduce his character like a really cool type of a Clint Eastwood type of character, that really silent but deadly and cool type of character, and he had clever, the way he looked, in my opinion, was very much like a traditional anime character would look like, and I really liked that. But for me, the more we saw them in this season, in my opinion, was just seriously distracting, and I thought it really took away from the urgency or the excitement of this second season. And also, there's another part of this when Aang's big floating bison character, I forgot I guess taken away and has his own little journey. That was great. And there's also some point in this season where there's like little shorts for each character. I like that, or at least not little shorts, but little side missions of this. And like my favorite of that was definitely Iroh's, and that one almost made me basically made me tear up. It didn't make me fall cry, but it was like really emotional. Like he helps a young kid, like calm down. He sings him a song of the soldier coming home. Oh, I'm just getting goosebumps thinking about that song again. To me, it's like it's heartbreakingly sad of that song. He sends the little kid who's crying. Then he helps a mugger find his way. And yeah, he does all that. And then by the end of that short, he goes up to this tree. He lights up some candles, puts up a rock, and puts up a photo of someone. And essentially, is his son, who fought in the 100-Year War, but who died, and he never came home. And it's like, that moment just hit me. I'm just like, oh God. I'm like, so close I broke. So close. I knew that was to me like a real emotional highlight. That alone, just even still thinking about right now, while making this video, I'm still getting misty-eyed. Like, oh, it's so emotional, man. Like, I know what it is, but the feeling of, you want to help. You wish you could help, but the damage is done and you can't undo the past. And it's your own child who died then. It's like, I felt so bad for him, and the relationship between Iroh and Zuko was so much more challenging and so much more interesting, in my opinion. It was so well done. And I really loved their dynamic and how they wanted to start anew. Anytime when Jet came into that story, I'm like, screw off, you're ruining it, man. Seriously, to me, it was like so distracting. But aside from that, I really loved this second season. There's so much that's going on in this season. It's definitely more of a just like with season 2 of Legend of Korra. There's a lot of what's going on, and there's so much just magnitude of really. And you just need to get a strong narrative focus to act as a balancing act arc of that, so you can have many certain storylines that come across out from that, but also make sense in a general plot idea design. In my opinion, I thought it was really, really well done. Same thing with Legend of Korra season 2. In my opinion, I thought that was very, very, very well done. And as a whole, I thought season 2 was really, really great. Yes, I hated I would almost say my favorite thing about the second season is the Earth Nation. Seeing that, and the plot line with the Earth Nation of what happens with them. And it's like, the reason why I want to get there is because they're so neutral. And the reason it's not just because it's neutral itself that the Earth Nation of Ba Sing Se, but it's because that there's something very secretive, or it's like just keeping to themselves. There's a leader, and he has like an advising group, or like a people he submits to or talks to, at least like that. But they're keeping something that's secret from him. And therefore, because of that, the city refuses to acknowledge the past. And because of that, it's like the only area in the world that hasn't been conquered by the Fire Nation. I think that's a really great reason why they were wanting to go to Ba Sing Se. It's like the last unprotected place that the Fire Nation hasn't at least captured, but it's like, it's just as terribly flawed as the Fire Nation, and you get to see the real uglier side of how neutrality can really become, that you can easily become corrupted, or at least how when you stay in a very neutral state of a country like that, or like a country like that, when it's so neutral like that it can easily fall into its own corruption. Like, okay, silence everyone, we can't talk about the past because we refuse to acknowledge it. And I thought that angle was really, really well done. I thought this writing for the story of Ba Sing Se itself was very good, in my opinion. Very, very good, and I was personally very impressed by that. And as a whole, I really loved season 2. I may probably like it more than season 1, aside from anything with Jet. In my opinion, Jet was like the biggest weakness of the season. I'm just like, God damn it, just screw off. And see the fate of Jet and his 2 friends was interesting, to say the least. I won't spoil it too much, but it's like something's not going to end well with them. And in the end, it's like, yeah, door gonna left open there for you about it. And in the end, I thought it was really well done, the second season as a whole. And in the end, yeah, again, 2 solid thumbs up for me. And yeah, I'm hoping season 3 will come around. And till then, I'm really, really excited for season 3 and when I start that video. Or at least when I start to watch season 3, and then when I finish it, and when I give you guys my review of it. But nevertheless, in the end, Avatar season 2 Earth, very freaking good. I'm really, really excited and anticipated for what season 3, our final season, gives us yet. And again, till then, everyone, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the future for more videos. As always, till then, thank you very, very, very much.